Hey, what's up, guys? Max here. Good morning. So let's talk about my score. Let's talk about my feelings when it comes to this greater banquet event or banquet event. Okay. So last year, I was looking back and taking a look at my spending and my placement. Last year, I was able to manage to get myself into the top 100 plus spots in the entire world in the gifting event, which meant that I spent a whole lot of money. Okay. I think someone actually calculated what I spent, and people can figure out what I've spent, and it was a lot. Okay, it was a lot in this event, um, which meant that if I would have spent the same, ideally, I probably would have expected to land in this spot right here, 61 to 90, getting me all these rewards. Which, to be honest, these rewards are not game changing for the amount that I would have had to spend. I really would have had to up my spending, and I would have pushed myself to land into this 31 to 60, possibly making my total spend, if I would have had to up it, maybe around 13 to $15,000 to get myself into this 31 to 60 spot. Now, is Jessica Jones the exclusive champion worth the 13 to 15 possible $1,000? I personally don't think so. Wouldn't I have gotten her from the crystals by this point at spending that much money? Possibly, but possibly not because of the RNG. But everything else that I might have gotten, is it worth that much money? So that is one of the reasons why my score sits where it sits now, 727,000 points, an entire thousands less than what I did last year. We're talking a huge difference. And it's right now an hour and 14 minutes left on the clock of this event. I'm not going to be actually increasing my score at all from this point. It is definitely my lowest participation score till now. Prior years, I've been upping and upping and upping and upping my spending, but this year I just completely 180 and just went down. Okay, I know this is probably from other YouTubers that also spend in the game. There's not that many that actually put in that much money into the game. There's a few, there's people that spend 100 and so on, but there's a few out there that spend thousands into the game, and that actually are able to share it. Not everybody's able to share it on YouTube. But there's basically a couple of reasons on why my score it is what it is. Here, I'm gonna share them with you guys. So basically, one of them, I don't think my dollars, my hard-earned money, is worth one Jessica Jones. Okay, I just don't think so. I think the juicy spot and the placement you want to be in, if you're going to be doing that, is to be in the top 30. And to be in the top 30, I think is just going to be possibly 15,000 and higher. Maybe securing it with at least 17, maybe $20,000. And I just don't think that's worth a rank 5. That's my personal opinion. So that's why I didn't go for that. I rather, obviously save that money, use it somewhere else, or spread it through the entire year of 2023. And that's kind of one of my goals this year, is to basically not just splurge like all in a big event like these, like I have in the past. I kind of want to spread it out and just be smarter about my spending when it comes to in game. A lot of it has done with taking back a lot of the cav crystals. So that is basically one of the reasons. The second reason is, this one's unfortunately, I feel that, and it might be a miscommunication, but I feel that Kabam doesn't really appreciate a lot of the spenders. I think they put these offers, they put these options, and I think the expectation is they're gonna buy it, or they're just gonna deal with it. Meaning there's certain things that happen in the game that I think we just don't get a response on. We don't get feedback. We don't get a lot of communication, and they're not. The offers are put up there. It's up to us, the community, the player, to spend, buy it, and consume it. A lot of us, because this is very competitive hobby, a very addictive and competitive. The competitive is the biggest thing. What makes you spend to try to get that rank 5, what makes you spend to try to get that unique champion, what makes you spend to get those exclusive relics, or everything that's inside this package, um, is what makes you to get that little edge above the next player, is what Kabam plays with when it comes to your emotions and gaming. Okay. And at the end, when they collect that actual hard earned money, I feel like they don't really do much to kind of say thank you. And that's just my take. That's kind of, and that's just not just recently. It's just what I've observed over the past months, over the past years. I've been playing this game for 7, 8 years now, and I've observed that, hey, like at least for the mega whales, the people that are putting in thousands of dollars in a matter of days and weeks. And we're just not talking, I mean, we're talking big money, guys. I feel like Kabam just does not really say thank you to them, or it just says, hey, when it comes to, it's not like a business consumer transaction. I think these are viewed as like, whatever, you just spent $5,000. Well, it's your fault that you decided to spend $5,000 with us. There's no customer service. We are customers at this point. Like we should be treated like that. And I feel like that's the missing link when it comes to how Kabam treats their customers that pay, not just players. We're not in the same bucket as every other player that is a, let's say, free to play player that plays the game, that just goes and grinds. I get it. You need both. You need the player that grinds because that's an active player, but you need the consumer that spends and buys the deals and offers that Kabam launches. And I just feel there's a huge disconnect. They try to balance it. They try not to lean one way over the other. And because of that, they end up really just letting go of the people that purchase and buy stuff in game. So that is my other reason on why I feel like they would have to change something. The communication, they would have to kind of like treat the player base nicer that spend inside this game, just to kind of make me feel a little bit more like, hey, okay, they care about my $50, my 100, my thousands and thousands of dollars that I put into this game. Over the obviously large sum of 8-7 years, it's gotten to the point where it's like really excessive. So I just don't feel really well thanked when it comes to these things. So that's just basically another reason why my score, it is the way it is, 727. And those are my feelings. Those are my thoughts behind this, and in general too. It kind of circles back to people buying stuff in game. Like whether the little pop-up offers, these guys, whether you're spending $5 a month, you're buying the sigil, you're spending little things. At the end of the day, I don't feel like, again, Kabam says, hey, thank you for doing that. Thank you for participating. Thank you for spending this. And I feel like in these events, these banquet events or these holiday events, when these crystals are out, and you got players spending, again, not just $50, $100, even that is still something to like really think of. But when people are spending multiple thousands of dollars, big money, 5, 10, 15, $20,000 in a matter of 2 weeks, I feel like, yes, these rewards are great, but and then the rank rewards are nice, but they should be getting something else. And what is that something else? Maybe a big thank you letter, in-game message, an email, something from Kabam saying, hey, we're going to give you this badge, maybe a little title to go with it, just something extra that says, hey, we really appreciate you putting up this money. It goes towards, like, I know this is not a situation where you're actually donating money, but even when you donate money and they give you a little plaque, they give you something saying, hey, thank you for your donations, it's going to go towards this. It's like your $20,000 you just spent in 2 days, and maybe 2 days or a day or 2 weeks, it's going to go into paying these employees. It's going to go into the department of animation. It's going to go into the department of, just this, that. We're looking at improving this area of the game. And then also follow through and come through with it. Okay. And not just give us words. But those are basically my score, my feelings. I don't want to get this long-winded. We can talk more about it on live streams. But let me know in the comments. Let me know how you feel. Let me know what you think. Let me know where you placed. I'll be looking to read those and see those. Take care, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.